My name is Charlotte Pihigia. I am an environment officer with the Department of Environment from the government of Niue. In terms of food security, climate change is bringing about all these different weather patterns. There's the drought, there's the wet season. So in terms of growing crops, we had to adapt our lifestyle, our livelihood to suit the changes in the weather. And that's some of the issues that we're facing right now in terms of sea level rising. Because our water supply, we depend on our underground water lenses. And with this risk of sea level rising, we face the risk of having our lenses contaminated with seawater. And that's something that we are pushing not to happen, because the whole island is dependent on this supply of fresh water from the underground. So the priorities that our government has in terms of adaptation is building resilience along the coastal community, because we've noticed that with tropical cyclones, they tend to affect the coastal side more. So part and parcel of our government's initiative in implementing adaptation in the country is to provide some sort of assistance in moving people inland, creating better roads and better access to other areas further inland and away from the coastal communities. At the same time, we're also looking at all the deserted areas along the coastal side. We're turning those into recreational parks and some areas that just requires some use of the open space. We also use the coastal side as means of planting trees, planting plants that some of these species are running out. So we use that opportunity as well to plant more trees and make sure that the species is sustained for future generations. We developed our JNAP, that's a Joint National Action Plan on Climate Change Adaptation and Disaster Risk Management. So having these two areas merged into one policy helps our government prioritize what activities that we need to work on, what are some anticipated activities that we need to appeal to donors for assistance. And how we look at it is that adaptation under climate change, and it's building resilience. At the same time, we're also addressing, minimizing risk in terms of natural disasters and adverse natural events as a result of climate change. So there are a couple of initiatives that the government has, and we also have been receiving assistance from our regional partners and our global partners in terms of providing resources, finance to help our people in country build their capacity, upscale the current personnel so that we are more equipped with the international rules, and we understand the expectations when trying to access funds outside. Giving us information and ideas to map out a roadmap, really. It just gives us the tools and the mechanisms, and it gives us an expectation of the type of information required, the level of information, the scope, and we can use the skills that we pick up here and then feeding on the national documents that we have existing, we know the type of information required, and we can, tease apart information from all these national documents to form a roadmap of adaptation in Niue.